What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to another magical day here in the MC Parks Minecraft Walt Disney World server. And today we are back in EPCOT, of course, and we are going to be looking at one of the newer attractions here in EPCOT. And it's kind of an interesting attraction because there's a lot of controversy about Moana, and it doesn't really fit in Future World, or the old version of Future World in Epcot. And no, it doesn't. But you have to remember, this is a new area. This is a new theme that they're trying to go with in Epcot. And what's interesting about the Moana Journey of Water is it's very interactive, and it's an attraction that is not a dark ride or a show. It's something you have to explore. And I really do like that Disney does have these types of attractions, because it creates that discovery, right? You want to discover these new areas and these new things, and it is pretty cool. The last time I went, I was not able to go through it, which, I kind of wish I was able to go through and see it. But it was very early on in its opening, so there was just a lot of people. There was like a queue to get into this, and I wasn't waiting in a queue for this. So the next time I go, I will be able to kind of get an idea of what this is in real life. But walking through here, like I said, it's very interactive. The soft opening for this attraction started on July 25th of 2023. And the official opening, like the legitimate official opening day, was October 16th of 2023. And so this did about basically 3 months, three and a half months of soft opening before officially opening to the public. And this is really cool. I love the way they added that. Really nice detail there. They've been working on this for a while here on MC Parks. It's taken them quite a bit of time to get this thing going. For a while, you could kind of see behind the scenes they had all like the outline of it and everything done, but none of the actual stuff was finished yet. But this is really cool, and actually through this, you can, as you go through, the water actually stops. See how the water stops when you go through? Wow. So yeah, they did a really nice job here. And I don't know if you guys saw in the beginning of this attraction, when we were walking through, it kind of goes over the water cycle. So it shows you the cycle of how water kind of, it's kind of teaching you about, reserving water. And, kind of funny because this whole attraction seems to be using quite a bit of water, but I guess a lot of it is being reused. It's not like they're wasting the water. Making sure to continue to keep our water clean and recycled, things like that, are all kind of the theme of this attraction. Obviously, you put Moana and her name in this attraction, that obviously draws a pretty big crowd and definitely gets people's attention. Another pretty cool thing here, you could see, oh man, I forgot her name. But obviously this, in the actual attraction, is a really big statue of, I think it's Tafiti. And, which is really awesome. This is really, this is a very iconic picture at Epcot, is this exact picture with, Tafiti and then Spaceship Earth behind her. And honestly, I remember seeing the first couple pictures of it. It was actually a little bit like, I don't know if intimidating is the right word for it, but it looks so realistic. And it is amazing how they obviously built this in real life, but how they built it here in MC Parks and made it really close. It was definitely worth the wait, just kind of looking at all this stuff. Really amazing. I think I got stuck. Uh-oh. I think we got stuck. Let's see. See if we can get ourselves out of here. There we go. You can see a little bit of a rock formation here, which is kind of cool. I think that's one of the one of the creators of a lot of these attractions in MC Park. So he's in here, gets his little cameo. And yeah, obviously you see all these little water spots where you could kind of put your hands in the water. You have all the little melon guys, right? Oh man, the people that know Moana are definitely not going to be thrilled with me saying this, but so what's interesting also about this attraction, another kind of a fun fact, this attraction was set to open in 2021, and it was supposed to be a part of the Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration, right? Because the parks opened in 71. So 50-year anniversary, this was one of the big offerings that was supposed to be coming for Epcot. And obviously, as we know, the story, I told you guys the opening date, it would end up being 2 years after that, in October of 2023, officially opening. And things fell through. Obviously the pandemic really put a strain on their ability to actually get this thing opened and ready to the public when they wanted to. And unfortunately, this, as much as this is a very innovative attraction and interactive, there's a lot of problems with it, unfortunately. From a lot of things I've heard, a lot of the effects haven't been working on a day-to-day basis. It's actually been closed a lot. And that's the kind of stuff that, unfortunately, the newer Disney is kind of becoming notorious for. And I don't know. I really hope that this thing has a little bit of staying power, because you know what? As much as I'm not happy with what it replaced in Innoventions, if it's done correctly and it's executed well and doesn't look cheap, that goes a really long way. And I hate to say it, like for someone like me, right? I never made it a point on my trip when the year it opened. I didn't make it a point to go and see this. It had been open, probably 3 months. It was probably open, and I didn't make a point to go and see it. It just I really didn't want to get in a virtual queue for something like this. This is kind of something you kind of want to go and pass by and see it, and then kind of go on your way, right? And I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic for this, because it does. I mean, especially here on the MC Parks, this is an incredible attraction. They did a fantastic job on here recreating this attraction. I really love what they did here. Very innovative, and this is I'm more entertained by this probably than the one in real life. Honestly, this is really, really nice. They did a great job here. And obviously this is kind of part of the world and nature side of Epcot, right? Because obviously you have the Seas with Nemo and Friends right here. You have the Coral Reef Restaurant. You got that here. You obviously have Moana Journey of Water right here. And actually what's funny is the last time when I did my Tour of the Living Seas attraction, we kind of were over here and we were kind of taking a look at Moana, and this was all not finished yet. And you guys could see that in that video if you haven't seen it already. But this is what it looks like complete. And like I said, if you want to give it a pretty good rating, I would give this a very solid rating from what I'm seeing here. And like I said, just the way that the MC Parks, the creators here, they've done such a good job with plugins and commands to make things work the way they do. It's really, I mean, the way they have all the backstage areas, like there is such an attention to detail. It's really unmatched. And to be able to do it, I mean, you have to put into perspective, like they are doing this in a very confined space. There's not a ton of room here, and every little bit of space, they have made the most of that area. I mean, recreating the lanterns, creating the signs, there is definitely a lot of work that went into recreating this, and I really do appreciate that. Alright guys, so I think that's going to do it for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think of Moana Journey of Water, the one in real life or the one here on the MC Parks? I'd love to know if you actually have visited the Moana Journey of Water and what you thought of it. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a magical day.